smelling like dope again. I don't even smoke, but my bro got a hole on him. Riding with a nigga from the pool with a bull on him.
I don't think you know who you
Nah, yeah, I know I am. Smelling like dope again. I don't even smoke, but my bro got a hole on him. Riding with a nigga from the pool with a bull on him. If he tryna go, let me know.
She say that I'm ugly, but I'm getting money. She say that I'm chubby, but I'm getting money. She just wanna fuck me cause I'm getting money. These niggas want me.
What's goody? What's goody? What's really goody? This is your favorite curly red haired in the building at WHUTZ, bringing you the best sounds from the West Coast. And with me, I have with me King YOWDA. What's goody?
What's going on with it?
Nothing much. I'm feeling good. You looking like you had a long night.
I didn't have a long month. But you know, we pushing.
You were turned up at Hyde on Sunset, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How was that?
And Hyde was lit. The night before, what was we at? Ballet. I think the night before that was Bootsy Bella's. I think the night before that I was on the East Coast. 3 days before that I just got off tour. So we've been rocking.
Yeah, you've been stepping out a lot. So you come out to LA a lot?
Yeah, it's my backyard, man. I'm from Vegas, so you know what I'm saying? I come out here all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you say you just got off tour. I know you was just on tour with Rick Ross and Wale, right?
Well, we did the Rick Ross tour first, then I got off of that, and then I jumped on the Wale tour, yeah.
And how was that? Tell me about that. What states did you guys hit?
Shit.
And what was some of the most memorable moments from either one of those performances?
You know, being on them two tours is like night and day because, you know, their fan base is totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ross is kind of like, you know, D-Boys and it's a gangster crowd, you know what I'm saying? It's a little mixture. While it's like 95% women and, you know, they positive pro-black, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't no bitches at Wale concert, they all my sisters, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I like that,
It's just a whole different vibe. So, it was cool. It was a learning experience through both of them. My music, I mean, you heard the song you just played, you know what I'm saying? So my music's kind of like a little much for a Wale crowd, so I had to dumb it down a little bit, do some stuff for the ladies, which I got on the album. So it worked out cool. But the most memorable stuff was probably, probably I had a song that I shot a video to when I got off tour because Ross was running late. So I was on stage and they was like, keep going. I was like, what? Like, keep going. I was like, I don't know what to play. I was like, play something. So the DJ just picked anything off the album and it was a song I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? And when he played it, where was we at? I think we was in Carolina somewhere, one of the Carolinas. Dang, I forget. But anyway, he played it and everybody turned up. I was like, I don't even like this motherfucker song. You know what I'm saying? Everybody turned up. There was a few people in the crowd singing the words. You know what I'm saying? The hooks were catchy and shit. So I was like, damn. So I ended up, then when I got off stage, everybody was like, that's the one. That's the one. You know what I'm saying? This is the middle of the first tour. So I was like, all right. So we started running with that. And then I ended up shooting a video to it. And everybody was like, yeah, that's my favorite one. I've been getting a great response for it. So that tour I did that. So that's probably my most memorable experience.
For those that don't know, he just dropped his project, Curse of a Criminal Mind.
Yeah.
I know you said that you didn't like that song that you performed, but how do you determine what song goes on a project when you don't like it?
Everybody else. My engineer threw that on there because he liked it and said they got a good vibe from everybody. You know, I don't pick my own music because I ain't finna download my own tape. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I pick beats or, like, songs, I plan for people and, you know, I'm going to look out the corner of my eye to see if you're nodding your head or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always do that. And if I get a great response, then I'll be like, all right, that's the one. Because all the songs I pick, nobody ever liked. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, man, that shit hard. The homies be like, nah, y'all, that's not it. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, I got some people around me like that. You know what I'm saying? Because every song I like, don't nobody else like. I'll be like, man, I was gassing on there. You hear that? You hear that beat? Niggas like, nah. Females are here and be like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, girls don't want to be too mean. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I be letting other motherfuckers pick. You know what I'm saying? Do
you look for a big reaction from people when you are looking for assurance from if you know if that track is a hit or not?
Yeah, I do. I look for like say if we was all vibing in a studio session or something, and like you was with your girls and y'all was talking or something like that, I'll play it while y'all in the midst of something to see if it'll catch you, and you'd be like, while you talking to something. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, it might not move you like that. You know what I'm saying? So I do that like in the middle of people doing stuff, or I watch for that a lot. You know what I'm saying? When I'm picking my songs out.
And you know, I like what you said. Speaking on the fact of the ladies, you know, you're saying those are my bitches, those are my sisters.
Yeah.
Tell me, how do rappers differentiate the difference between bitches and sisters, and like, or when rappers do use the term bitches, are they referring to thoughts and girls out here just wilding, or are they referring to women in general?
At one point in time, I think I was just referring to women in general because I didn't know better. I'm going to keep it 1,000, you feel me? So, but once you start bumping into women and stuff like that, you'll know the difference. So I think when people are rapping about it, it just sounds good at the time. I don't think they just pointing out every single woman, because, you know what I'm saying, once you meet a female or a couple females that's really, you know what I'm saying, able to hold that title, it's like, okay. But then, you know, you on tour or whatever, and you see a lot of females, it's like, dang. Like, you know, them groupies and stuff, it's like... bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, somebody holding their own and doing what they're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, you gotta call them what it is. You gotta judge accordingly, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. And then I know you're signing Maybach Music, so that's Rick Ross's business. He even said that your wordplay is so genuine. Mm-hmm. Tell me, how has the experience been working with Rick Ross, and what have you learned from the politics of the music industry already?
Man, the music industry is cutthroat. There's no friends, really, unless it's the friends you came in with, and even them might fade away. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a lot from him on the business side, because when I came in, you know what I'm saying, me being a street dude, it was like, if you say something, it's your word. So if I just meet you and I fuck with you, then I fuck with you. But nah, it's not like that. It's all business. So you got to understand that it's a business at the end of the day, so it's not really no friends.
So yeah, that's a hard thing to maintain.
I mean, it is, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, you just gotta move how you're supposed to move. But it'll wake you up, definitely, especially coming in and like touching some success right out the gate. And you know, these rappers don't owe you nothing but a verse at the end of the day, if they owe you that. If you meet a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to figure y'all meeting because y'all both successful at something. You don't have really nothing in common but the music. You don't know what you did in your background. I don't know what you did in your background. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, all you can expect from these niggas is a verse. Because if I got a problem with somebody, if he popping more than me, a nigga gonna go do a song with him. You know what I'm saying? If I do a song with this nigga, like, oh, this is my homeboy. I don't fuck with him, but he will if he hot. And you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, you can't really trust nobody.
I completely understand. I already know how that is, even in the radio industry. You know, I think entertainment in general is
it's just like, it's cutthroat at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand it's a business, or you're gonna end up with your feelings hurt and end up pissed off and probably going to jail for some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know, you said something that made me think about something. You said, from these rappers, you only expect like a verse or something, you know, if you guys are being featured. Have you ever experienced doing a song with someone and they take your verse out?
No. Never that.
No, because it's an interesting question for me, because I feel like I run into that a lot.
I've done it though.
Oh, you've done it to someone else, though.
Hell yeah, I took niggas off a song before. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's my song. If I didn't have label mates on songs before I took them off, because everybody was like, like, if I get 10 people telling me that ain't the verse, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I get him, and then you, and then, like, you know, y'all two different people. Y'all might listen, like, totally different stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't know him from Adam or whatever, and everybody telling me the same thing. It's like, man, you got to go. Like, you didn't do what you're supposed to do. At the end of the day, like, I know some people say, like, maybe for the streams or whatever, but it was a lot of people on that song, so I wasn't really tripping on that.
Yeah, I saw your post. You got, like a million streams last year, and you weren't too satisfied with that.
Not at all.
What were you expecting?
Well, at least, like, because I had got 1 million the year before, but, you know, I've been going through a lot of legal troubles, and I'm on federal pretrial right now. You know what I'm saying? So those legal troubles kind of had me kind of stubborn, because I only dropped, like, 1 tape last year. You know what I'm saying? And, like, the year before, I think I had dropped, like, 4 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I dropped the tape with Mozzie. I dropped a single with Kevin Gates. You know, I was doing a lot of work. And then the next year, it was kind of like, I was like 1.1. I was like, damn near the same I had last year. I said, oh, no, we ain't doing that. So like I said, I'm dropping 4 projects this year, 14 videos.
So do you feel like, did you strategically plan that out, sit down and be like, you know what, I see that I got the same amount of streams as last year. How am I gonna grow? How am I gonna move forward? How am I gonna get more streams? Well, how have you already thought about how you're gonna
again? Like, I'm not sitting still for nothing. Like, and I understand what I was going through or whatever. Well, still going through, but like it's no excuse. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing stuff I had no. I was, you know, in the streets a little more than usual, and it's like I'm not doing that no more. Like, I feel like God with the case I'm fighting, God was like, nigga,
I had to slap you one time.
Yeah, like, nigga, I've been telling you got all this in front. Okay, you want to play around? Let me put these white folks in your business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what he did. So now it's like time to wake up. Then I seen that, and I was like, what? But I only dropped, this the first year I only dropped 1 album. You know what I'm saying? Like every other year I dropped like 3. 1 year I dropped 6 projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when I first got signed, I was dropping mixtapes like crazy. You feel me? So like last year I only dropped 1 and a couple videos. It was kind of like my little nephew goes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me?
Yeah, you can't have the fam doing that.
And I got and you know, I'm a realist, so I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why this year I'm like really pushing with them four tapes. I got a couple singles I'm dropping in between there. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 projects I'm dropping. One with Fat Trail, one with PZ out of Detroit. You know, I'm just really putting it down this year, like I usually do. That year I just kind of like fell off.
Yeah, you know, and you're from the streets. You know, you tell me what you're currently dealing with, and you know, the recent passing of Pop Smoke. You know, I think it's pretty obvious that had to do with the streets. So tell me, what does the crowd, the audience, and people who are usually fans not understand when it comes to like the seriousness and realness of the streets and the music game?
I don't think the fans understand like that crossover is deadly. Like Jim Jones made a post. He said, man, being a rapper is sometimes more dangerous than going to war. He just made that post like yesterday. And I feel him because it's like, you know, I be out here all the time. So, you know, I'm real comfortable in LA. So, but a lot of people aren't, and it's like any other city you go to, like you gotta like watch out for stuff, like, you know, the jury, you know, the change, you know, you're looked at as a come up, whether it's from the ladies or niggas who trying to get on or niggas that steal, jackers, you know what I'm saying? Everybody looks at you as a come up. You know what I'm saying? That's what you are. You're basically a come up for anybody that deals with you when you're successful in general. But, you know, being a rapper, you put it out there a lot more because that's what we're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of snakes. And then, I mean, rest in peace, Pop Smoke, because he got killed out here. And there's like, you know, a lot of things happen to rappers out here. But, you know, majority of rappers die in their own city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 90%, let's say 95% of rappers die in their own city. Now, you can't tell me that it's not dangerous when you grow up in the city, you represent the city, you make the city look good, and people who've seen your struggle and seen you come up still want to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to be happy for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? I see somebody walking down the street, they win a race. I'm like, yeah, that was good. I don't even know the motherfucker. Like, oh, he won. You know what I'm saying? Dude who lost. Hey, man, you did good, though. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be like that. People aren't like that, so it is dangerous. It's very dangerous being an artist. And sometimes people don't take it as serious as they should, and they become lax, and bad things happen.
Do you think it's possible? Because, you know, culture, the streets, and hip-hop have, you know, they're all connected, and they've always been connected for a while now. Do you think it's possible for us as Black people to separate the streets from, and not even just Black people, because it's not just Black people who come from the streets too, it's anyone from any, you know, walk of life. Do you think it's possible for us to be able to separate the streets from hip-hop and just make music?
I don't think it's like right now the way the music is, there's so many, like, how they say rap, hip hop is a genre of music, But inside that genre, we got a lot, though. You got the backpackers. You got the people who make twerk music. You know what I'm saying? You got the gangster rappers. You got the conscious rappers. Like, it's all forms of hip-hop. Like, I don't know, you might be out with your girls. Depends on how y'all feeling is who you gonna play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might have liked that song I played. It was kind of ratchet or whatever, but you might be in a mood. You going to see a nigga. And so you gonna play something a little slower. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be a B-I-T-C.
You know yeah.
You feel me? So I think it's needed because we all have different moods. You know, we go through different things every day, and that reflects kind of like the music you listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think it's definitely needed. So now the things that happen afterwards, maybe not. Like, I don't, but like street music, the different hip hop. I think, and then some people can't rap about everything. So as long as everybody's getting some money, I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a homie, all he can talk about is shooting, selling dope, and fucking bitches. Like, he can't rap about, girl, go get your bag, and you know what I'm saying? He can't do that.
Yeah.
But if he can make some money doing this to feed his family, talking all that gangster shit, then I'm with it because he ain't out there doing what he talking about doing. You know what I'm saying? Even though saying that stuff does bring that kind of energy, which is kind of like, you know, you got to deal with what it comes with. You know what I'm saying? But if he can do that and feed his family, and not be out there really robbing or something like that, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? If you talk about being conscious and, like, you know, black power, I'm proud of everybody that's black, you know, on that, then I'm for it. So I think it's needed. But, like, the after effects, I'm not all the way with, but I think it's needed for different types of hip-hop.
Agreed. You know, and Meek made a post, I think a couple of days ago, he was saying that this year is the year that whack music will perish. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't believe that.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts of the rap game now, and how do you think? What do you think the future is of the rap game?
I think it's in a good place because, like I said, everybody's getting some money. But as far as that go, I mean, who's to say what's whack though? Like, what he like, he might not like. His son might like. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, you got to think like. I want you to think like, because I was thinking this yesterday. I was like, man, because I know my mama, she'd be like, niggas really listen to you? You know, she say that all the time. But like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? She was like, You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about how she thinks about the music we listen to. So now when I'm 50, I'm going to be like, the nigga's 20, like, that shit is trash. You know what I'm saying? So it's all up to your opinion. So, like, there's a lot of people like trash music. You know, I don't think it's trash, but they love it. You know what I'm saying? They're going crazy for it. And the labels are pushing whatever somebody likes. They don't care what it sounds like. Oh, you can get 1 million views? Push him. You know what I'm saying? He looks like an idiot? Push him. You know what I'm saying?
But don't you feel like that's kind of tarnishing the
Yes.
like the essence of hip hop and the essence of
1,000%. But what can you do about it? We're outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? We're really outnumbered. So, like, I could get on the track and say Scooby Dooby Dooby Doo, and niggas won't like it. But if this other nigga do it because he dressed up a certain way and look a certain way, you might be like, oh, that's because you expect that from him, but you don't expect it from me. So
yeah, that's Kanye doing his. What was that song he made? It was like a hippity boobity bop bop. He did something, and it was along those lines.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's certain shit that's on right now. Like, I'll listen to some shit and I'll be like, man, the homies will like it, and I'll be like, bro, if I said that, they'd be like, yeah, but if you said it though, we expect more from you though. So you expect more from me. So you telling me this shit is trash, but you like it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all like a personal opinion on music and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think bars are coming back into style no time soon. Like niggas with bars. I
feel like it's slowly but surely. I feel like it's slowly and steadily trying to come back.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know. I've been in the clubs a lot these last 2 months. Man.
Well, in the club, I mean, you know, it's a certain type of vibe they're trying to set in the club. So you may not hear that.
What about the music in the club? Is the same music that's getting all the streams, though?
Well, that's because it's like that. It's that turned up, feel good. You know, most people want to turn up, go have fun. They're not really worried about being conscious and paying attention to what's really going on in the world.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying though. That's the trash music is in the clubs.
So my question for you, when you make music, is it I'm making this for my fans because I know they'll like it, or I'm making it for myself because I know that I like it? I'm
making it and I'm hoping people like it. Like I did a song the other day. I'm trying to get more into, like, you know, especially after the Wale tour, like my feminine side or whatever. I got a couple songs on the album for the females, and they like this got a great response. But I try to make a little bit of everything and just go. The song, like I said, the songs I like the most people don't like, but that's a hard question though, because it's like you do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I do it what I like, and then I'm trying to make sure other people like it. Because I'll be in the booth, I'll get them recording, and I'll be like, I might be doing it for me, but I'm like, y'all fuck with that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's the first thing.
You need that assurance.
Yeah, so it's probably a little bit of both. I can't say that I do one or the other. It's probably a little bit of both.
So for this most recent project you just did, tell us what's next for this most recent project and where we can see you. And
Curse of a Criminal Mind. Curse of a Criminal Mind was my first. I've got over like maybe 30, 40 projects out. You know what I'm saying? Since I started. Curse of a Criminal Mind, I consider my first real album because there's not a subject on there I didn't touch. And on this one, I didn't really just rap to be rapping. On everything else, I was just rapping. On this one, I touched into like my childhood a little bit, me growing up, different songs. I got like deep into myself. Like I got a song on there, and some people hear it and be like, "Man, I feel like I know you now." You know what I'm saying? Because people be like, through my music, they didn't know me because I was just talking about like drugs, bitches, drugs, bitches, drugs, bitches. You know what I'm saying? So then a couple songs for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? And then like I put a little piece of everything in there. It's like wherever you feeling sad, you feeling gangster, you feeling like twerking, you feeling like being hanging out with your man, chilling. It's like something on the album for everybody. You know what I'm saying? For any mood. So that's why I did that. My next album though is going to be called Reflection because I have been going like deeper into myself and like explaining myself a little more. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it sounds like. And I mean, for you to have this album called Curse of a Criminal Mind and the next one's going to be Reflection is a strong indication that you are, it seems like you're going through this transition or this moment in your life where, how you said when you first started, that guy kind of slapped you in your face. Yeah. And now it's making you realize, all right, well, let me take a seat back, and really evaluate what I'm putting out and how it's
really for real. Like, and then like, I had a song on there called Blessings. It's like a little little auto-tune on it, and I refused to do that for so long. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing no shit like, you got me fucked up. The engineer put it on there. I'd be like, take that shit off. He was like, man, take that shit off now. I wouldn't even play with it. But like, and it's just talking about like God blessing me for certain type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And people was like, man, that's hard. And I was super nervous about that when I did it because I was just me and the engineer, and the engineer was like, that's cool. I was like, man, niggas ain't finna fuck with this. So, every now and then I slipped it in, and then niggas was like, man, that's you? I was like, yeah. They're like, man, that's your heart. So it was just like, I'm trying new shit and like really expressing myself a little more.
I like that. Well, I'm glad that you came through, caught the vibe.
For sure. I'm glad y'all had me, man.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you coming through to Ill Donuts. Go ahead and drop your social media or anything else you'd like to drop.
Man. Make sure y'all follow me, man. YOWDA. That's Instagram, Twitter, Thriller, Tumblr. What else is it? TikTok. I got all that. Whatever it is. YOWDA, man. Follow me if you need some inspiration or just a real reason to hate. There's both of them on there for you.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming through. Go make sure you download Curse of a Criminal Mind right now. From my guy, King Yowda. Let's get it. Make sure you tap in with us. Thank you so much. What's goodie? Let's get it. What's goodie? This is your girl, and I just tapped in with my guy. Make sure you go download Curse of a Criminal Mind. Is there anything else you want to leave us with today? Yes, right now.
Like I said, I'm all goodie in my hoodie, tapped in with red. You feel me, man? Make sure y'all download that, man. Yada, YOWDA, Vegas in the building.
Phone call, he pull up with like 60 homies. Usually out in LA, I'm in Bumpkin' though.